Hey everybody, Derek Christensen here. I'm the owner of Legion Law, a premier estate planning and probate firm in Dallas, Texas. Today I wanted to talk to you about whether or not your out-of-state estate plan is valid in Texas. But before I dive into that, I want to let you know how to reach out to me. You can find me in my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website at www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, let's dive right in. This is an important topic because life happens. You move. I had a client who's soon to move to Arizona, but we still did their estate plan here in Texas. The short answer to their question is that yes, your out-of-state will, estate plan, whatever it is, all those documents are valid so long as they were executed correctly inside the state where you originally came from. So that's what Texas says. Other states might be different. Some might not respect certain aspects of whatever, but at the end of the day, it does help to make sure that it was done correctly in the state that you did it. And most likely, if you worked with an attorney, it was done correctly. So you should be okay. However, there are some consequences and some yellow flags you should be aware of. The first is that probate for an out-of-state will is a little bit different in Texas, where you have to go and make sure the requirements were done correctly, that everything was good to go, and you might have to work with a judge a little bit to make sure that things are done correctly, because this would be a Texas judge interpreting Arkansas law or whatever. So it might take a little bit of extra work on the attorney and the judge's part to make sure your will was done correctly if it's interpreted by a Texas judge. Additionally, whenever it comes to your estate plan currently, like let's say you move from Arkansas to Texas, anytime that you're going to undertake a legal action in Texas, you really should be using Texas documents, because while Arkansas is still a great state, don't get me wrong, I almost drowned in a river there once, so I have a little bit of a bias against it. But other than that, I'm trying to say that the estate plan, if you're going to do a new one, or if you're going to update it, or if you want to change your will, you probably should get a Texas will at that point, because updating an out-of-state document would require you to hire an attorney back in Arkansas to send you the documents. Then you got to take care of it here in Texas, the Texas way, and it's just a little complicated. So if you're updating, if you're creating a new estate plan, if you're buying a new house, if you are creating a trust instead of just having just a will, all of these things, you want to make sure you work with a Texas attorney to transition from Arkansas paperwork, in this example, to Texas paperwork. Now, let's talk about Texas. If you sign in Texas and have a Texas estate plan and you're leaving to a different state, so you move from Texas to another. In that circumstance, it depends on the laws of the new state. Most of the time, in fact, I would be shocked. I've never heard of a state that doesn't respect another estate plan, but again, you never know. And maybe one state all of a sudden changes their minds. California is a little strange, so maybe they'll do it. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if it was California, to be honest, but you just want to double check with a local attorney there to make sure that your Texas estate plan that was done correctly is still valid in the new state as well. And again, the same principle applies as you do new legal actions in that new state. You'll want to do it with their documents rather than your Texas documents. So that's kind of a little bit about that. You should be okay. In other words, you should be fine. The documents should be respected. It would be crazy if you had to do 50 different estate plans if you moved all over the country. So I think you're okay on that front. But just double check, doesn't hurt. And again, once every couple of years, you should probably be checking your estate plan to make sure it's up to date and that it reflects what you're looking for. And if it doesn't, change it. So that being said, if you have any other questions on your estate plan, if it's valid right now, if it was done valid back in your state that you came from, if you're worried about moving, all that stuff, be more than happy to be a resource. You can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website where you can go to the Contact Us page and schedule a phone call for free on my calendar. So with that, it's at www.legionlawpllc.com. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.